beautiful Kathryn Hoxie. Hoxie?
Yeah.
How do you say it?
Hoxie.
Hoxie. Hoxie Moxie. So, and you're looking glamorous as ever.
As I said, I've changed in the car.
And look, we were talking about this guy earlier.
I recognize him.
Yeah, is he from Nashville?
I don't know.
He would be if he lived here, right?
I mean, you definitely want to give him $1. I think that's the point.
Is that it?
I think so. That's religion in a nutshell. I just solved it.
To give $1.
Give him money. I mean, give him support.
Isn't that what everything is
about? The churches used to do that.
Used to?
They used to.
Now
they use it for political stuff and anti-abortion and no condoms and, that's too political for us.
I know. So do you have a political stance on anything?
I don't have a political stance on religion. I believe in God.
That's good.
So,
I mean,
what about politics? Do you believe in politics?
No, I don't have as much faith in politics.
Smart girl.
Exactly.
I'm actually a poli-sci major. My BA is in political science and pre-law. Little known fact.
So you really know.
I studied. I don't know. I think the more that I know,
the less you believe.
The less I believe, the more I realize I don't know. I don't know.
But do you think without it, we would be able to be okay?
That's a great question that I don't have an answer to.
You know, that's the only thing. We're all anti. Not that those people really are the people that we believe, but it does set some type of regulation
structure
that people subconsciously go by.
But don't you always feel set up? I always feel like both sides train and brainwash everyone to be set up to always be opposed. Like, as a Republican, you have to be against this and this and this.
I don't even understand the differences of those parties, truthfully. I mean, I believe that they're all basically the same.
Right.
It's like the Jets and the Sharks. It's like you join one team and you're just on it. It's
the tactics are the same, really.
It's the same, and it's just like. It's like cops and robbers. It's basically like just the two teams that go like this all the time. And then we're just like in the grandstands, like the hooligans and the fans and the cheerleaders.
Yeah, it's all just power.
The egg throwers.
The whole time just screaming.
It just keeps everybody, though. It keeps everybody in that stadium. I don't know. I mean, I wish there was a solution. I wish there was a magic wand, but it just never works.
There's definitely clearly a problem, but I never like to present a problem without having a solution. In this instance, I have no solution. So
what do you sing about? What is your
I sing about?
I mean, it's either relationships or.
So I sing. Yeah, I do sing a lot about relationships. Like Back With You, I performed the last time I was here, and that's all about the worst relationship I was ever in that I just kept going back to.
Yeah, I know how that feels.
Yeah, and you don't know why you go back to it. You kind of know why you're going back to it. You have an idea.
And you still, I think the outcome will be different.
Right, that's the definition of insanity, doing the same thing
over and over. I have that
again.
in a line now, the definition, exactly.
That is precisely what it is.
I know.
But, and then
so
I
you got through it? How long did it take you to get over it?
It took me about a year to
That's what I'm hearing. A year is about the time.
To feel human again.
Did you drop weight?
What did I do?
You can go either way.
It's true. It's like college. Once you're at college, you can either drop it or gain it.
Yeah.
I think I did both. It was a bit of a roller coaster. I did both. I went to one extreme to the next, and that's kind of me anyway.
Yeah.
But I have a song called Right. What are you gonna do?
I doubt it. I know. Well, female.
I know. On the phone, everyone's miss. Well, at the drive-thru, I get there, they're like, "Oh, do I have the wrong car?" I'm like, "Just give me the
I love it.
All right.
But I have another song called "Him or the Music," and that's something I think within the context of the music industry can be put into really anything. If you have something that you're going with your full heart and your full spirit, it's very difficult to find time to also balance a relationship, because relationships are a lot of work and they take a lot of care.
Yes.
And if you want to be in a good relationship, you can be in a relationship, no problem. But to be in a good and healthy relationship, and one that is mutually reciprocal, you need to give a lot.
Except that there's so many things that are always thrown into the mix.
Of course.
In a daily thing. I mean, and everybody has their things thrown in that when, you know, you only know yours.
Right.
You can listen to someone else's, but it's not the same.
I feel like that's I feel like that's the secret, is basically just understanding that you have an argument or disagreement with someone, and you both can be right.
Yeah,
Because
or you both can be wrong.
right.
Yes.
But in my glass half full, I'm thinking you're both right, because you work off the best information that you have, and being a couple is coming together and figuring out where the disconnect was, and no one has to be
So do you
wrong.
also believe that some things are better left unsaid?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if you can both roll over it, then don't beat a dead horse. You know,
Right.
just
Let it go.
move on. It might come back up later, but
Right. Yeah.
you know.
That's the problem right there.
Yeah.
Is that, you know, when it comes back to bite you in the ass.
I'll let anything go, but I
I
will
can't do
always
that.
remember it.
I have, so in relationships, I think that it's important to have a foundation of truth.
Right.
And this is something that I'm working towards all the time. Not only
Now,
in
do
my
you
friendships,
believe
but in-
truth from the start or
Yes.
truth as it goes?
No, truth. That is your foundation.
Do you
I
bear
believe in something
everything or do you tell too much?
It's about letting things unfold on their own in a natural way. But I have this thing called the ice cube theory.
Oh, and guess
I
what?
blogged about it.
And today is Ice Cube's birthday. Yeah.
Other.
Yeah. Look at that.
See, I knew.
Yeah, it's Ice Cube's birthday today. I want to hear the Ice Cube
That's
theory.
amazing. So happy birthday, Ice Cube.
Yeah.
This
What
was
up?
for you.
So the ice cube theory is all about the premise that every relationship that we have, whether it's romantic, friendship, family, whatever it is, that you all start off with this perfect ice cube, you know, and that it's perfect in every way. It's this perfect little structure, has no problems whatsoever. But as you go, every time you say something hurtful or do something hurtful, you chip away at the ice cube.
Right.
And ice cubes, as you know, you can't put that back. You can't, once it's chipped, it's gone. It's gone, it melts, it's not there anymore. And this is essentially what you're doing to the foundation of your relationship, is every time you're saying something hurtful, or you're holding something back, or you're doing something hurtful, you're chipping away at that relationship.
And is your song, do you have songs about this? Or?
I have a blog about it, actually, because it's very important.
Yeah.
And I think that we
You help
fail to
people
realize...
like you discussed.
Like Dear
other
Abby?
people's? Yeah.
So my blog is called What Happened While You're Busy Making Other Plans, which is inspired from the Beatles song.
John
or
Lennon.
Right. One of my very favorite songs, Beautiful Boy.
I love that song.
And it's true. So life is what happens while you're busy making other plans. So it's all about just, it started off as my rant because I was entering the entertainment business and I was like sharing my stories about like my first audition for theater was a total bomb, and like getting through it was my victory. Like the fact that I completely forgot the lines of my monologue was not the issue. The fact that I showed up was my victory. The fact that I went and put myself out there was my success.
Yes.
And it was, my mantra is a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And that was one of my big steps, was just going out there. So my blog is all about just kind of my life and the things that I go through. And the last time I was here,
You just blow my mind in so many ways though, because you like raised like more money on Kickstarter than anyone I ever heard of. How much did you raise?
well, you mustn't know that much. It wasn't that much money, but thank you. I raised
That's a lot of
$5,155
money.
in 32 days.
That's a
Did
lot
you have
of
any
money.
relatives come out of the woodwork?
No, I did in 32 days with
That's a lot.
74
Yeah.
people. 74 people donated. I had no body of work to speak of at the time. I just had a dream in my heart, and people always knew me for music. But so when I moved back to New York from Florida, they're like, "So what are you doing with your music? What are you doing with your music?" And I had no money. I had lost my job, and so I was like, started getting into acting, doing background work and stuff like that. Started blogging, and was like, I had met someone on the set of Blue Bloods that had done a Kickstarter for his band. His name was John, and I was looking at his Facebook page, looked at his Kickstarter, and I was like, I could do that. So I pitched it to Kickstarter and did it within like 48 hours. And the next thing you knew, I raised $5,155.30.
And what'd you do with that?
I recorded my EP, which I would love to show you a copy of, but I'm waiting for some more copies. It's available on iTunes, Amazon.com,
And how do people find
Spotify.
it?
KF Hox, KFHOX, and the name of my EP is Light Shines Through Me. If you Google KFHOX, I'm your entire search. Kathryn F Hoxie, but you can find me everywhere.
I gotta ask.
Yeah.
You give stuff away for Kickstarter, right? For the donations,
Perks, yeah.
So what perks did you come up with?
So like I'm broke, right? So like what can my perks really
Right.
be? But
Blowjob?
so for like nah,
I'm
no,
just
like that.
kidding.
You always put me in
Those are my perks.
That's what I knew that's where he was thinking.
It's exhausting. I had 74 donations. Joe would be killing me.
No, we're kidding.
You'd have to release a video to make the money.
She's wearing
back.
Jesus.
Oh, please.
I know. We're just kidding.
It's all in good fun.
Exactly.
But I would do like $5 to get like a Facebook shout.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Or like a free copy of the EP once it was created.
Yeah.
Things like that. So things that I could give
so
back.
if somebody gave you $1,000, what do they get?
Well, I currently have. I currently have an Indiegogo campaign.
I know.
For a full-length album.
And how's that going?
Slowly.
It's hard.
Going slowly.
That's what
What's
I
the
mean.
Indiegogo campaign?
Indiegogo is Kickstarter,
Okay.
but I have it with flexible funding. So no matter what, I get the money that's donated. It's not all or nothing donation. So if you go to indiegogo.com/GrammyBound, that's the name of my.
Now and we'll have it on the ReW WhO Facebook page. So like our page, go to her Indiegogo page. And just what is Grammy Bound? Does this mean you're going to get a Grammy, or
So the premise of this is I'm raising $65,000 to do a full-length album, and it's called Grammy Bound with You. And the whole premise is that everyone to this point has been part of my journey, you included. And so the notion of it is that I want to go back in and re-record all the songs for my EP, which were heavily produced, go back in with live instrumentation, hire musicians, which all takes a lot of money, hire a production team to work with me, which is Sabella Studios, which is the recording studio I'm working out of, and bring all of my music to life with live musicians, not just using producers. Nothing against producers, love you. You have gotten me this far. Thank you so much.
Because you can sing. You even tried out for American Idol, right?
Sure, yeah.
Where?
Orlando.
And how'd that go? What was it like?
It was exhausting. I never wanted to do it. Never. One of my old managers from my old job convinced my boss that I needed to do it. He pulled me into his office. He's like, your old boss says that you can sing or something.
What song
whatever.
did you sing?
So,
can you do it?
No. So of course I can do it.
I want to hear it.
So, but I'm in line 3 days, right? And you're exhausted, and you're surrounded by thousands of people that are singing the same friggin' song that you're about to audition with, and you're like, all right, I'm changing my song.
Right.
And then you're like, okay, I'm changing my song again. So my song that I always sang, like when I was karaokeing it up in Florida and stuff, was Fallen by Alicia Keys.
Oh, that's a good one.
By the time I made it to my audition, 3 days later, after sleeping on the cement and hearing 8 million other people sing Fallen, I sang Turn Me On by Norah Jones.
Oh, that's a good one.
Which I love, but that wasn't my song.
Right.
That wasn't my song. That wasn't my song that I killed. It was.
Was it because you heard Fallen so much?
It really was. I was like, I can't do that. Let me just switch it up.
I know what you
mean.
mean.
A different kind of song.
I had a similar experience. So I know exactly what you, not for Idol, but another thing. And I know I changed my song along the way. And
you gotta stick with your gut.
I know.
Your gut's right.
Always.
It's
always.
there for a reason.
Exactly. So why do we mistrust it at times like that?
The devil's a liar.
Why? There should be
Just
none.
be indecisive.
Why can't we all be Gwen Stefani?
No.
No doubt. So we are going to listen to you sing Kathryn F Hoxie song.
Yeah.
Are you ready to do it?
Let me see if the computer's on and stuff. So shout out to Neff Dizzle for Shizzle My Nizzle. Neftari Pinnick, my piano player, is in Larchmont right now with her car smoking. So she was supposed to.
What is it smoking like?
Black smoke? I don't know what it's smoking like.
Oh.
Sounds
I thought
like
your friend was in the car smoking.
She's probably doing that too. Stop smoking, Neff.
Hey.
Bad.
Exactly.
But so she was supposed to come play piano for me, but she can't make it. So I'm gonna go
We're
ahead.
going to take a quick break and then come back and have you sing a song.
better.
And look at that gorgeous girl. You are so cute. All right, we'll be right back. Brooklyn, ReW and WhO.
I'm the WhO!